Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here at HITEC. I'm super privileged because I found Michael Schubach of Rosen Hotels and Resorts out of Orlando. But first, before we talk to this amazing guy, I want to thank our friends over at Uniguest. Uniguest's Hotel Hub solution connects the customer journey to your messaging and branding. Do me a favor, check them out at uniguest.com. I can't start this interview without saying I was such a huge fan of the amazing late Harris Rosen. He set such a tone for your company that I find absolutely incredible.
I think everybody felt that way who met Mr. Rosen at any point in time. He was one in a million.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, a consummate hotelier, taken from us way too soon, even though he lived many years. But one of the things that his legacy to me is about taking care of people. And as we move through this new technological world, how are you thinking about people and profits and technology and trying to mend it all so you keep that great culture and keep people happy that are coming to your hotels?
Well, so that's an interesting topic because what I'm seeing as we all explore what are the real applications of AI and AI robotics in the hotel industry, and where's steak and where's sizzle? You know, there's lots of sizzle conversation. There's very little steak.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or at least not there. But everyone is pretty much on the same page that we're going to see maybe a 20% to 40% increase in worker productivity. And the question is what are we going to do with that increase in productivity?
So you could either, you cut down on people's hours or make them so they could connect better with customers, or a combination of both.
Or what if, let's say, a 20% increase in productivity. Actually, today we work a 5-day work week, and 20% of the work week is a day. What if we went to the 4-day work week with all of this labor saving thing and compensated at the rates that we compensate today?
That would be amazing.
And so that the AI advantage accrues to the worker as distinct from the owner investor. And I know that just flies in the face of how American capitalism works.
It does, but your company has always said, we're going to do it our way. That's why you take care of your people with the most incredible health plan that I've ever seen in hospitality. That's why so many people have been put through colleges. And that's why you have people that work for decades and decades and decades with Rosen, and their families come in and work for it. So it doesn't surprise me that you're thinking about it, how to give people more of their lives back. That's pretty huge. And to me, that means no one's ever going to quit again.
Well, and it also plays into the other factor that's big in IT is what about remote work? And there are so many people in hospitality who cannot take advantage of remote work. So it's basically a very it's a very sort of,
it's a classist kind of thing. Yeah.
It's a classist struggle. Why do we do that to people? Why don't we return the time?
Yeah.
Why do you want to work from home? The only reason is you want to be at home for more hours in the week than you are today. Because if you go back to the history of the 5-day work week, which basically came in with the automation from Henry Ford, it was to give people 2 days of a week to have their own life.
Right.
What's wrong with 3? Why couldn't they do 3? Why is that?
Because I'll tell you why it's a problem, because we've never done it that way before and nobody thinks of that. And we have a habit, especially as in our human condition here, because things have been done that way, that's the way we're supposed to do things. Well, that's why I love what you guys are doing. You're always throwing that out the window and doing what you think is best going forward.
We tried.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I'm telling you, if you can take care of your people that way, and that's the most interesting thing that I've heard so far when it comes to leveraging technology.
I might be in a very small boat with that opinion.
You might be in a one company boat.
But you know what? Think what an amazing company that has the potential of being.
Yep.
Because I can give the people who will never have a work from home opportunity another day.
Right. I love it. All right. So in that same kind of theory, getting closer to your employees, the people that take care of your guests every day, how do you think you can use technology to make their lives better beyond just cutting down on the work or getting rid of some of the monotony that they don't want to do?
Well, but that monotony part is the one where people keep saying, okay, I've done this, been there, got the T-shirt, let me move on to something more productive. So I think relieving workplace monotony is not a small thing.
No.
But I think, but we all think, well, it's dirty work, but someone has to do it, and it should be you.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to re-envision how people can grow in the environment and what they can do given the right opportunities. And I think that's where AI has the ability, instead of being this scary thing of millions unemployed and how are they going to learn, how about if we just return a proportion of the automation capability to the people who are going to be asked to give up time and family and important parts of their lives
Yeah.
to just to maintain themselves.
Well, I hope that this catches around the industry. We talk a lot about taking care of our people. This is taking care of people. Thank you so much.
I'm pleased to have been here.
This is great. He's Michael. I'm still Glenn. You guys haven't changed. You're still you. Thank you, Uniguest. See you all later. Bye-bye.